that it's wrong.
What's up, people? It's your girl, Nick. And I am joined today by Miss Tamara.
Hello.
And Mr. Dimitrius.
How are you?
And Victor.
Usually let them say
MD not here.
He is here.
Where is
I
he?
am here.
Well, I didn't know. Nobody told me you was here. What's up, MD?
I snuck in.
Okay, well, let's do this over. We're going to roll that back. It's your girl, Nick.
And him.
All right, then. So, as y'all can see, MD has called in. And so, but we are joined by our in-house special guest from Enso Nation, Enso Apothecary. Enso family is in the house, and yes, I'm representing my tea tonight.
Yes.
So, Tamara is our owner and founder of Enso Apothecary.
Yes.
So tell us about Enso, and then you can tell us about brother.
Well, hello everyone. I am Tamara Johnson, owner and founder of Enso Apothecary, a lifestyle brand that works to improve your daily self-care routine. We will go into more detail, but before I introduce my brother, I just want to say thank you for bringing us on. I'm so proud of you, Adrian.
So glad y'all are here. I am so excited.
Adrian and I go way back. Way back.
Way
And
back.
this has been in the works since then.
Yes.
So to be on this show right now, I'm just so proud of you. So I have to share that. Okay, so next up, another dear friend of mine that goes way back is my brother, the executive director, or whatever other title I always give him, my right hand, Mr. Demetrius Glenn.
Yoga Fit.
Yes.
Yoga Fit.
Know yourself.
Know yourself.
All right, so I'm Dimitrius Glenn, as I was, greatly introduced. Yeah, so I am the guy when it comes to the yoga fit class that we have, but also everything that we do with the fitness / yoga, that we have, that we bring, that is so unique. And in addition to that, my big sister Tamara doing big things and doing great things. And again, Adrian doing her thing. So we in here doing our thing as well. And so what I want to do today is just share a little bit about myself along with Enso Apothecary. So my group that I have a mentoring program, and it's called Know Yourself Fitness and Mentoring Group. So I get with boys in between the ages of 10 and 17 who are locked up in juvenile detention centers. So I have a fitness program we've been working on for about 11 years at the Metlock Treatment Center and the Dallas Youth Village out in Hutchins, where the Hutchins Men's Prison is. So in addition to that, doing some other things with Dallas College and some other companies. But man, we're doing some big things out here. So please stay on the lookout for Enso and Know Yourself.
Things out here. So please stay on the lookout for Enso and Know Yourself. Please stay.
Okay. So what we're going to talk about tonight, family, is nutrition and alternative health. things that you can do. So I got a question before we start off. What was everybody's big aha moment to get them into paying attention to their health? I'll start with you.
Oh, she'll put me on first. Let me put me on. For me, let me go back. So my mother, when we moved to Dallas, my mother, dibbed and dabbed in bodybuilding. So she wasn't like a steroid bodybuilder. She was more of a fitness bit bodybuilder. Back like in the 80s and stuff like that. So.
Okay.
So she cooked a certain way for us, but she had all boys. And so we saw her working out at an early age. And so for my aha moment was when me and my cousin, Dakir, we were younger. And one of our cousins, we were told, got some type of thing called a soda rash.
A soda
A
rash.
soda rash. I don't know if it was real
From
or
drinking
not.
too many sodas?
For drinking too much soda. I don't know if they lied to us.
Never heard of that.
Or what, but they were like, yeah, your cousin got a soda rash. That's because he drank too much soda, and we cut drinking soda that day.
Oh, wow.
So that was my first introduction to like, man, you need to watch what you eat because something can happen to you.
Oh, wow.
So that was mine.
A soda rash.
Soda rash. I don't know if it's real or not. Hey, y'all can tell me if my mama and my aunt made that up.
Oh,
I
wow.
don't know.
I've never heard of a soda rash. What
Soda
about you,
rash.
Tell? Soda rash.
I'm surprised
Drink your water.
that with all the soda I drink,
You're
growing up, I
right.
need to get one. But for me, mine happened probably a little later in life. So just dealing with complex PTSD, chronic stress, trauma, all the things, everything came to a head at around 2015. And I was diagnosed with an illness that was going to result in a brain surgery.
Oh, no.
And one of the symptoms were daily migraines, and it was all stress related. And around that time, I was also introduced to a plant-based diet, which in 2015, guys, that was not a thing. In fact, it was so foreign that my doctor wrote it down and laughed at me while I was in his appointment. So I never went back there.
Oh,
But anywho,
wow.
between eating a plant-based diet and practicing yoga, I had already started practicing yoga, my entire life and health, everything transformed. And that is what inspired me to create a concept to help people today.
Okay.
To just introduce them and give them access to alternative methods of self-care.
Okay. MD, what about you?
It was some years ago. For me, it was trying to run around and keep up with the boys when they were young. And I noticed I had to buy some more clothes. And I think around that time, I had just gone to the doctor's office. I was a little over 300 pounds, and that kind of freaked me out.
Wow.
There it is.
So mine was in 2009, right after I got married. My doctor diagnosed me with high blood pressure. And before that, my mother had gotten diagnosed with type 2 diabetes. And everybody who knows my mom knows that she's not a big person. So that freaked me out, and I started, just kind of paying attention to what she ate, what I was eating, and trying to maintain the blood sugar levels. But then when I got diagnosed with high blood pressure, I just didn't understand that, because I was like, I knew I was overweight, but I had never had any kind of illnesses. And so in 2009, I really started paying attention to my health, my body, what I was eating. And I've just been kind of enhancing it ever since. What about you, Victor? What made you pay attention to your health?
Probably when I realized I couldn't run or do certain things. I think that's really age, though. Like me just aging.
Okay.
Like I couldn't run as long as I used to back in like high school and football days. And
Okay. Well, that's what we're here for this month. It's just keep your eyes on the prize and your health and wellness. And so today we'll be talking about nutrition and alternative health things to do. And so we're going to take a quick break, pay some bills, and we'll be right back.
There's a picture in my memory of the day
back. MD, you there?
Yes, I am here.
Okay. I just don't want to lose you. You know, you're my partner in crime. And you know I be feeling some kind of way. Okay, so what? You done got us all mellow with a needle.
She making stuff up, MD. Don't listen to her.
We all mellow
See,
now.
I know the truth.
Oh, you know the truth? Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
See, y'all know I be cutting up in breaks. And I'm trying to figure out stuff with this phone and going live. And I just learned another valuable lesson tonight. So next week I will be live on Convo and my personal. So we'll get that fixed. Thank y'all for teaching me to listen. You know this is still a journey for me. All right,
You said
so
on my Convo and yours?
I'm gonna go live from the Convo and mine next week.
Oh, okay. All right.
Okay, so nutrition. What do y'all know about nutrition? Do you even know what nutrition is? Like, when you say nutrition, what comes to your mind? MD?
Honestly, eating a bunch of veggies.
Eating a bunch of veggies. Okay, so you just
Right.
automatically go to eating veggies. Okay, Tamara.
Yes.
Nourishment.
Mind
first, body second, soul third. Not necessarily in that order, but now my deeper understanding of nutrition is feeding all those things at once.
I never think about that.
Yeah.
I always think about eat a balanced meal, eat fruits and vegetables, and watch the carbs. That's what I
Right.
think about.
Right.
Okay, D.
I mean, first thing that comes to my mind is whole foods, food that dies. A plant.
But
It
everything dies.
No, food products don't die.
Oh.
Right. So when you nourish your body, then you're putting something in your body that adds to you. Period. You know, essence, energy, vibration, frequency, as well as cell production, everything.
Now y'all see why I brought them, right? Cause
Gotta be real.
I don't know nothing about that.
Yes, you do.
Feed yourself,
No, I
right?
don't. I'm still learning.
Well, and that's a deeper reason why the products, it has all that intentionality in it, because the essential oils,
Well,
they're
that's
nourishing
true.
your body on a cellular level. So,
Yeah, because her soap and her body butters are amazing.
and we'll
Y'all-
get into that.
We'll get
but-
into that, but I'm just telling y'all, it's amazing. Okay, so what I'm hearing everybody say is nutrition is more about fueling your entire body, not just what you eat.
Yes, with the highest quality possible, though.
But if I can't afford the highest quality, what I got to do?
It's still got to be the highest quality you can afford.
Okay.
Right, because a lot of people say they can't afford things, but we spend money on stuff that we really don't need. So in actuality, if we really wanted to get it, we could get at least most of it.
Okay. Point taken.
Right.
So I'm gonna give you guys the definition from the dictionary.
Okay. Webster.
The dictionary says, yes, Merriam-Webster's
Merriam.
says it is the act or process of nourishing or being nourished. Specifically, the sum of the processes by which an animal or plant takes in and utilizes food substances and foods that are necessary for human nutrition.
Sustenance.
It's sustenance.
Right.
But I think I like y'all's definition better.
Yes, because I feel like they do need to incorporate what you're actually feeding your mind.
So
Not
you have
just
to nourish
your
your
systems.
mind,
Yes.
your body, and you said mind, body, and
And
soul.
soul.
Okay. So, okay, family, y'all have to nourish your mind, your body, and your soul.
Holistic.
Holistically.
Holistic.
Okay,
Yes.
so I had talked to you guys last week about my plate we brought that up a little bit, and before I go there, I'm just going to say that we all know the government sponsors myplate.gov.
Facts.
And it is sponsored by the Department of Agriculture. So when you go to myplate.gov, and as soon as I learn how to publish all of these links, y'all have them. But when you go to myplate.gov, you have the ability to do a plan to give your own self balanced nutrition. So it's not just their boilerplate, right? So the boilerplate is 2 cups of fruit, 2.5 cups of vegetables, 6 ounces of grains, 5.5 ounces of protein, and 3 cups of dairy. That is a balanced plate. So the other thing you can do at myplate.gov is play around with recipes, play around with, what is needed for someone, your age, height, and weight. I'm kind of upset that they don't throw in gender and ethnicity, because I think it all plays a part. But maybe that's something that's coming as an update. Well, that too. But the basics are, you can get your own plan. It'll tell you what you need to do to sustain your nourishment. But again, it is government sponsored. Now that I've said that, I'm going to go to our experts in the room. Let's talk about what that looks like. Who wants to go first?
I'll go ahead and jump it.
Okay.
So I'm going to go ahead and contrast you a little bit.
You can contrast me.
Okay. So the USDA, right? That model is interesting to me, because they tell you to drink milk as part of your meal, and it's supposed to be part of the balanced part of eating, but they don't have any options of water in that. That's interesting to me. But if you go to Harvard's nutrition department, they're the only ones that I've seen that actually advertises the same plate, but they offer half fruits and vegetables and then a portion of protein, but they also do protein that is plant-based and protein that is animal-based. So they do a combination of that, and then they add the grains and all of that with it, but they don't offer the dairy part. So why would you teach children and grown people to drink the milk, which is the breast milk of a heifer, and tell you that it makes sense? Why would they do that? Versus giving you all the options, plant-based milk, goat milk. If we're gonna start drinking animals' breast milk, let's just be open to air all animals and just do it that way. I just think it's just interesting. But my point that I'm really making is why water isn't an option when water is needed, and everything that we eat has to have water to live. Going back to nutrition and sustenance again.
They know we can get water for free, and they need us to buy this stuff.
They need us to buy the junk.
Keeps the system going.
Capitalism.
Right,
Yeah.
There you go.
But no,
Right.
I put in our stream over here Harvard Nutrition, so I'll go back later and edit that and actually put the link. But I'm glad you brought that up, because that's why we're here today: nutrition and alternative health.
Options, yeah.
Alternative options. Because what I actually subscribe to is not this plate. I actually subscribe to, I don't even eat that much protein. And, I had bariatric surgery, so all of that on that plate, I can't even eat because it's more than 4 ounces. I can only eat 4 to 5 ounces. So when I'm eating, my plate looks something like, a half a cup of protein, 2 cups of vegetables, maybe a half a cup of fruit. If I do a grain, it's a half a cup, because by the time I do all of this, I can't even get it all down. And so, but that goes back to what I was saying, earlier in the month. You have to know your body, and you have to pay attention to your body. And the things that we discuss here are just that. We're discussing it because we want you guys to start thinking about how do you move to doing things that are better for you, to sustain you, to that will impact your health in a better way, not what we've just been force-fed along the way.
Absolutely. I think that's a great point. I'm really big on tuning into your body and relying on your intuition. And one of the things that we have to pay attention to is how does your body react to certain foods? I hear so many people like, oh, I'm gonna eat this ice cream, but I know I'm gonna have to go to the restroom.
Lactose intolerant.
Lactose intolerance is real.
Drinking that breast milk.
Right. And it's so easy to get caught in that day and not really process your body is literally speaking to you.
Right.
And let's think outside of the box and figure out what is a solution. Is there an alternative to that particular ice cream that you're eating that your body can process better? And so that helped me a lot to just tune in to what my body was feeling, not relying on, that chart or, you need to drink a tall glass of milk at every meal, not relying on that, but really relying on how my body felt after I consumed certain foods.
Mm-hmm.
Your thoughts, MD?
Hey, Javon. My cousin is on, y'all.
I'm sorry, I'm kind of monitoring all the media over here.
So any thoughts on that, MD?
I'm going to pass on this one. Y'all keep talking.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so, let's go back to the Harvard plate. Mm-hmm. So they've got, can you name some of the plant-based protein alternatives? Because I don't think people understand that you can really get a good source of protein from plants.
Right. And I think it's interesting. The biggest animals on the planet don't eat other animals.
They don't.
And they need protein in order to live here on the planet. So one that I like, if you heard of quinoa is like a grainy type option. I really like. It doesn't have any flavor. You can flavor it however you want. So it's very simple. You just put it in water and boil it. That's it. It's simple. Chickpeas are another one that's really, really high in protein. Lentils are really good. I love lentil soup, but you can also make it a little, I'm saying drier for lack of a better word, but you can, instead of having it soupy, you can have it where it's not soupy, and you can have it as a side dish. I would recommend soups as well. What else?
Amaranth.
Amaranth, right.
It's my favorite that has one of the highest protein contents.
Mm-hmm.
And much like what he was discussing before, you can consume that both sweet and savory.
Yeah.
It's going to remind you of grits in a sense.
And you can also mix, you can mix the animal protein with the plant protein. Man, we're not telling you to be vegetarians.
Right.
Just sharing, just add more options, to whatever meals that you decide to eat. That's it. We're not trying to convince you to do anything other than what you do. Just be open to do more than what you're doing as well.
Yeah, because I would never be vegan. I like steak too much.
And don't feel bad
and
about
I like
that.
fish.
Again, if your body is responding positively to it, then that's what it wants.
Right.
Yeah, because that sea bass, I'm not giving up
No,
that sea bass.
we're not giving
girl.
up sea bass. Oh, she turned me on to that plate, and that's where we go at least
that sea
twice
bass
a year.
ain't going
We have
nowhere.
to meet. Yeah.
Yep. So again, guys, know your bodies, know what you're responding to, know how your body reacts to certain things. We're not forcing any kind of lifestyle on you, but if we're going to take this journey and be more healthy, more fit, more conscious, we want you guys to be conscious of all the options that you have. So, which brings me to alternatives. Mm-hmm. So I am a big proponent of herbs.
Yes.
Back in the day, my grandmother used to put herbs with everything. And LaJoy and I didn't understand it then, but we really understand it now. And what she was trying to get us to do is just fuel our bodies naturally. So you'll hear about herbal medicine and people call it all kinds of things. But if you really want to get turned on to how to use herbs correctly, find you a herbalist.
Right.
And they can help you put herbs together that can combat all kinds of things: high blood pressure, high cholesterol, stress, poor sleeping habits. If you need to just have more energy, there are combinations that you can take that will help your body fuel in those ways. Okay, gurus, have at it.
And tea regimens.
Yeah, girl, because I love me some
Right.
tea.
Yes, one of my dearest friends, she owns Energy Temple. She is a big part of the Enso Nation.
Enso Nation in the house today.
But she is an herbalist. I will definitely have you invite her to come on and discuss. But even some of the things that I had to go through, she really helped me with creating a tea regimen. And that is huge. So highly recommend that. And just cooking with them, using them as seasoning. I know we're used to grabbing the
Shakers.
pre- Prepackaged shakers.
Yeah, the prepackaged shakers, but just creating and making your own. Those are things that we just forget. Drying them out and crushing them up, not processing them like processed foods, but yeah, just creating your own. It is such a huge difference when you're able to cook with fresh herbs.
Yes.
Versus packaged seasoning. So that's another way to incorporate it.
And the other side as well, being able to go to a farm or creating your own herbs at home, because you can actually create or start your own, what I call a home or kitchen or mini garden as well. And you can start your process, because then you can touch it, feel it, smell it, and then you can go to your herbalist to learn how to actually utilize it and be able to utilize all the components and the vitamins, the minerals, and everything that comes with it. So that's an option as well.
So you want me to go outside and actually?
Put your hands in the dirt.
In the dirt.
Yes.
Do you know these hands don't get in the dirt?
Oh,
Lies.
yes, put gloves
They get
on.
dirty all the time. They get dirty all the time.
Oh, look at
You up here shaking people's hands and giving daps, so they get dirty all the time.
Okay, but that means I gotta go outside and get on the ground.
You
Not
need,
necessarily.
You need some sun in your
You
life
can
too,
have
though.
a raised
Oh,
bed.
talk about that.
You
Talk
need-
about
you
the
need sun in
importance
your
of the
life.
sun for us, for melanated people.
You need everybody needs sun. If I would recommend just to start, a lot of us don't like to be in the sun because we think we're gonna get black or we gonna all this crazy stuff, which is ridiculous, man. But you need it. There's certain biochemical processes that can't not happen properly without being in the sun. Like we talk about vitamin D. You can't even start the process of it without being in the sun. So the sun is important. Plus the sun actually helps to relieve and release stress. You know, I know earlier today, man, I got outside in the sun and just sat, and it felt good. It was what in the high 60s, had a little breeze, and it just helps me feel clearer mentally. It also, skin-wise, it actually helps release, different types of stress that we have, that we hold on to physically. And it's just good to be outside, because if the sun dies today, we all die as a planet within 48 hours. It's a wrap.
Oh, wow.
All of us are gone. So that's how important the sun is. So please try, even if you like to go hiking or just walking around your neighborhood, got to get the sun in, because if you don't have it, then certain things don't happen properly in your body, and we get sick as well because we don't get enough sun. You don't want to be pale.
No,
It isn't
I don't
healthy.
want to be pale.
It
I'm
isn't
already
healthy.
light enough.
See, it isn't healthy. So we all need to embrace being chocolate or caramel or chocolatey caramel, whatever yours are, whatever you claim, man. Hey, get it in, because it's really important. It really is.
Okay, so embrace My outdoor child, because I'm allergic to everything. I hate going outside unless I'm at a beach because there's
But
nothing
change
out
that
there.
narrative. See, we're feeding our mind.
Talking about you hate some stuff.
No.
That's a
Feeding
strong energy.
Yeah,
I
we're
really
feeding our
don't like
mind.
outside. I don't like bugs and none of
I
that.
understand, but we're feeding it.
If you don't have
If
no
we
bugs,
move
you
to
can't
the
eat.
beach,
There, see?
if we move to the beach,
Yeah.
I
But we don't
would go
necessarily-
outside.
We need to book our vacation.
yeah, we need to book our
Yeah.
vacation.
I got
See,
shorts.
then I'll go outside and sit in the sun as long as
they
you
won't
want me
touch
to.
us.
They want to. Yeah, because I ain't gonna be out there swimming with the shorts. I'm gonna be on the beach going, okay, let me catch these rays.
There gonna be bugs out there too.
Yep, crabs.
I mean, so it is.
Okay,
That's all
Demetrius.
good. That's
Okay,
fine. That's fine.
okay. Yeah, no, I don't like outside. I just
That's okay. We have to change our narrative around that and find, because I used to say that all the time until I realized that my favorite part of the day is
when you're outside.
is dusk.
Is it?
It's dusk. I just think that is the sunset is so beautiful. It just seems like the whole sky is just slowly going to sleep. It's so calming. But
Okay.
I'm able to stay out. The weather's a tad bit milder. And you just make it the best for you. Even if it's a screened in porch, you figure out the environment, because that is different. We live in a climate that's very extreme. Texas weather needs therapy. It's one way every hour.
It
It's something
changes.
different.
I can actually relate to that, but mine's it's that early morning when it goes from being dark black skies to like the
Yes,
suns, and
so
it's like
dawn.
very dark blue, but you can see it.
Yes.
I love that. I mean, I'm never awake for it, but I just love it.
Okay, so while we're talking alternatives, let's talk about energy medicine. You want to talk about that a little
Well,
bit?
I'll talk about it in the framework of body and mind.
Okay.
So one of the ways that I transformed even my way of healing my body was intentional movement. So at the time, I didn't necessarily relate that to yoga because I really didn't know yoga at that time. But that's actually, when I was dealing with some of those health issues, that's actually how I met Dimitrius, because he was my trainer. So I was fortunate during corporate America to just be one block away from the YMCA where Dimitrius worked. And I would go during lunch to have a workout. Well, what I didn't realize at that time is I was already in a very high stress environment, not only at home, but also at work. So the last thing my body needed was to go to a gym and do body pump, spin class, HIIT training, because again, when does your body do the adverse of that? It actually happened one day. There's no mistakes, but our body pump class was canceled. Our instructor couldn't show up. And there was a yoga class open. And of course, I went in there kicking and screaming because I'm like, ugh, I didn't know anything about it. There wasn't a lot of information around it. And I was a little defeated going in there, but I knew I had to dedicate that time to doing something. And that class was so instrumental in what I'm doing today. It was the first time that I felt like I was able to turn off and that I could quiet the noise that was in my mind, and the stillness that I felt in my body was something that I had never experienced before. And that is what is truly transformative to me about yoga, because that is one of the only exercises where your body, your mind, and your spirit are acting in unison. If you are sometimes, and people can relate, if you're lifting weights or on a spin bike, you can still think about your grocery store list. You could still, your mind could be somewhere else. But if I have you trying to hold a tree pose and I tell you to move the branches and
I
breathe,
can't think about.
you're in your
Yeah.
body. You're having that relationship, that dialogue with yourself. And our people in particular, we have been generationally traumatized. We're still in traumatic experiences daily. We never really get opportunities to have those moments where your body, your mind, your spirit can be in one space. You can be still. You can be in balance. And that's what I'm happy we're able to offer when we offer our
Amen.
movement. Yes. And because, and again, in our Western society, yoga is pretty much only advertised as one thing, which is asana. There's 8 branches. And not only that, they kind of focus on a particular asana practice, which asana is just a physical movement of the body in yoga, going through sequences. But they only focus on one that was very made popular in the Middle East.
Yes.
And a lot of those poses are not accessible to our American bodies. So that discourages people, especially when most of the people who are advertising it are fitness models, very small, thin, bodies. And what Dimitrius and I worked to do was to offer an array of modalities of that practice. So even if you don't feel comfortable calling it yoga, call it intentional movement, call it mindful movement, whatever it is, we just want you to feel that peace for that moment. Because in our society, again, we are so overstimulated all the time. We have to start recharging. That's the only way that we can get in tune with our natural states and become better versions, and actually our best versions.
Yeah, because I was really good when we were practicing all the
gosh.
time. She got me to do a handstand,
Yes.
y'all. They got me, not a
Yes.
handstand, a headstand.
Yes.
And then he got me to stop complaining about boot camp related exercises. So no, I'm just saying, like, it really is a game changer when you make the decision to do something that is for you wholly.
Yes.
And I wasn't as stressed out. I maintained weight loss even during COVID. And I was just more pleasant and much better person.
Of course, because again, a lot of what we would do in the studio is just meditation in motion. We're
Right.
moving our bodies, but we're putting our bodies in a meditative state. So if you are just living life and you never give your mind
A chance
to rest. I'm aging myself a little bit, but do we remember the car alarms back in the 80s and 90s? You could just breeze by
Yep.
like your walk-by air can sound off the alarm.
Yes. Yes.
So many of us are on edge because we don't turn off. We don't turn our minds off. We don't allow our bodies to get into that deeper level of rest that we so desperately need. And that is something that I'm passionate about. So Enso has some exciting news coming up soon. We can't let it all out, but we do have events. So I encourage you all to just go on the website and look at our upcoming events. We'll be posting a lot more soon. But
EnsoApothecary.com.
I just think that the program that Dimitrius and I were able to come up with, it fosters community, it fosters
does.
connection, it fosters just a deeper level of self-love. It fosters definitely inclusivity because we are a by us for all brand. And we really, really want to meet you all on the mat.
Y'all just get ready. I'm just telling y'all. Unbelievable.
We'll take care of you. And until then, we do have some classes free on our website, free of charge, that you can stream virtually along with some meditation sessions that will help you just quiet the mind. There is no real, there's so many ways to meditate. Please don't get distracted or discouraged by the way that has been advertised. Literally, meditation is just communing with yourself. If that means that you are being a little more intentional to your breath, if that means that you are reading your favorite book, if that means that you are showering with one of our amazing soaps in aromatherapy and our sapo, that could be your meditation practice.
It can.
There's no wrong way, there's no right way. It's just your way.
All right, so we're going to take a quick break and we'll be back to wrap things up.
All right. Hey, Auntie.
We're back. Thank you guys for being here. Like, I'm really enjoying this conversation tonight. So what we're going to do right now is just kind of talk about some more alternative options. So someone had reached out to me about the anti-inflammatory diet. So what you need to know about that is if you're having problems with I can't talk right now. That's that T. If you're having problems with inflammation, you need to eat foods that do not cause inflammation. So you need to eat plenty of vegetables and fruits. Choose high fiber carbohydrates. Eat more fiber. Do more plant-based. If you're going to eat animal protein, it needs to be lean animal protein. Be conscious of your fat sources. Reduce omega-6 to omega-3 ratio in your diet. Reduce your sugar intake. Limit or avoid alcohol. And add tea and spices with anti-inflammatory benefits. I'm just going to tell y'all, drink some turmeric tea. I have found that turmeric works very well. Thoughts on that?
Turmeric and I actually like ginger root. Like actually skin it,
Okay.
put it in my tea or hot water, and do it that
Just
way.
regular?
Just regular hot water. That's an option as well. I like that. And just think about when we talk about inflammation, a lot of times we're talking about too much mucus in our bodies. Dr. Sebi was notorious for sharing about mucus is the foundation of all disease, the root of all disease. And so you can, of course, when we say fruits and vegetables, carbs are not bad. You just have to have carbohydrates that are fiber rich, which means you have to have more plants. The processed foods are the things that actually do us in the most, because your body can't truly process or break down rather processed foods, which are foods that are chemically packed and based. So we just need to work on that. Fat sources, like Adrian mentioned, you can get some of the best quality fats in an avocado. You need fat. Our bodies need fat, man. You need more carbohydrates than anything else. After that, you need fat, and after that, you need protein. So I know they got us in GNC, buying protein powder and creatine and BCAAs and all this type of stuff, man. You can get all of that from fruits because you want the carbs. That's what you want, the energy. And carbohydrates are the energy source of the body, and it feeds the brain. Just to give you another side note fact, our brain makes up maybe in between 5 and 8% of the total capacity or the total spacing in our body, but you need 25% of your carbs has to go to your brain. So carbohydrates are very important. So think about that. Alcohol, man, I know y'all think y'all need drinks and all that stuff. That's fine. But you just have to be careful. Wine has higher alcohol content than beer. Think about that. Y'all be talking about your man, and I'll be talking about dudes drinking beer, but your little, I only had a glass. How many ounces? See, y'all don't talk about that. How many ounces of wine are you drinking when you drink that glass of wine?
I'm only drinking 6.
See, but most people can't even say how many ounces that they're drinking. Most people don't even know how many ounces that they even drink. So you got to add that in too. Plus, when you add the wine to the component, and then you add in sugar, you don't factor in the sugar content, that's added, and the calories that go along with it too. If you want the sugar, get the fruit. Your body needs it. Your body can use it better.
So stop drinking wine and just eat more grapes. Is that what you're telling me?
See, I'd be funny and say eat some raisins and grapes. You want to get it dry, you get it dry and get the water. That type of thing. Get both of them. So it's just about making small adjustments, man. That's really what I'm saying. Just make small adjustments. Eat more plant-based, and just be more aware, conscious of what you put in as it pertains to animal protein, because we eat too much meat in the United States. The United States is the most unhealthiest nation in the world, but we don't talk about that. So
Wow.
so we got to change that too. And we die from heart disease more than everybody else in the whole world.
Wow.
So think about that. 1 in 5.
Ooh.
1 in 5.
Wow. Okay. So, before we wrap up, the other question that I was sent beforehand was about alternatives for high blood pressure. So, if you don't want to be on high blood pressure pills, and I'm talking to myself, if you don't want to be on high blood pressure pills, here are some things that you need to work with. First of all, you got to lose some weight. Men and women both are at risk if the waist measurements are greater than 40 inches on men and 35 inches on women. So you got to lose some pounds around the middle. Exercise regularly, eat a healthy diet, and we've already discussed alternatives for the healthy plates. Reduce your salt and sodium, limit alcohol, quit smoking, get a good night's sleep, reduce stress, monitor your blood pressure, get support. And what we mean by get support, if you need to go hire a nutritionist or go talk to the doctor or reach out to your herbalist, go dietitian, do that. They can help you with some stuff. Supplements that you can take. Oh, don't forget, meditate, eat calcium-rich foods, and here are some natural supplements. I can't talk. Aged garlic extract is known to be good. Potassium, magnesium, dietary fiber, folic acid, CoQ10, cocoa, like the real actual cocoa, not the stuff we buy at the store that got all the sugar in it.
Sweet.
Garlic, flaxseed, green or black tea, probiotics, roselle, fish oil, and yes, apple cider vinegar can help you, but it is not the only thing that can help you. Thoughts?
And you can, if you're going to get supplements, they have plant-based options for supplements. For all vitamins, they have plant-based options. Read the ingredients. We don't read ingredients. I'm giving a quick example. My mother gave me this huge clear bag of vitamins and supplements that she got from her doctor. So I actually looked at the fish oil. When I read the ingredients, the fish oil had 3 different types of fish in it. They had mackerel, tuna, and sardines. And it also had bovine, and it had porcine in it. If you don't know what bovine means, that means cow. Porcine means pig.
Oh,
it had
wow.
that along with gelatin. So we got to start reading the ingredient listings on everything that we eat. And I'm not telling you to just go down and just just take up all your time on that. But reading the ingredients is important. Go to an app that I use. It's called Yuka, Yuka, and you can upload it or download it. And Yuka is you can actually scan all food and skincare items, and it's going to give you a breakdown of if it has toxic chemicals in it. It gives you a breakdown on carbs, proteins, and fats, and it'll give you alternatives as well. A website that I use for food options, as it pertains to if you need somebody to help you with meal options, go to eatthismuch.com. It's free if you do it every day. If you want somebody to give you something for a whole week or a month, then you're going to have to subscribe to it. But you can put in whatever you want. It can be keto, vegan, vegetarian, Mediterranean, whatever you choose. You choose how many calories you want, how many times you're going to eat per day, and it'll give you a huge breakdown. You can choose no food options and you eat everything, and it'll give you options in it. So it's all about just making sure you're conscious of what you do and just make a decision to do one thing different today. Because it's not tonight. because today is over, right? So just make one conscious decision, and things will change if that's what you really want.
That's right, and we're here to support. So we're going to go into the skincare because we talked about how we want to nourish the inside. Let's talk about nourishing the outside of our bodies. So if you don't want to go through yucca, go to our website, ensoapothecary.com, because all of our skincare is made with 6 or less very simple ingredients. All of our raw ingredients are imported from Ghana. And as they were talking about ingredients, when you see sodium tallowate, or if you see tallow, which is what you'll see on most of the mass-produced soaps that you buy on the counter, that is cow fat. So soap, just to educate you all, is nothing but a fat, a salt, and water. Most of the oils that they are using for soaps don't even really cleanse the body. It's just moisturizing and creating a lather, which is why if you are using some mass-produced soaps that are popular, your skin may be over dry when you leave from a bath or shower. You may have some skin issues related to that because your body doesn't always know what to do if you're cleansing it with animal fat. What makes our soap stand out, our soaps are made with organic coconut oil. Our bodies somewhat know what to do with that. That's natural. It has a direct relationship with the sun. The pigment that you see in our soaps are natural clays. So, for instance, I think the most popular clay is with our most popular bar soap, which is the Enso bar soap that is activated charcoal with tea tree and lemongrass essential oils. We do not use any fragrance in any of our products. All of that plays into your well-being, because you're sending all the right messages to your body to, again, connect with your natural state and become your best version. And if you are feeding your mind with positive information, so kind of watch if you're over consuming any form of media, social media, movie, TV, just kind of watch it, because most of our media is negative. If you are over consuming bad foods, using our soaps, those clays naturally detox the body. Not only is it gently exfoliating your skin without overstripping your skin barrier, it's also removing toxins and metals from your body, especially if you're able to soak with our bath salts. That magnesium is pulling everything in. So please take some time, look at the ingredients. That's the whole reason we're giving you something to do every single day in your personal daily self-care regimen, as well as if you want to move your body or if you just need to be still and movement is not really accessible to you. Whatever form, we're coming up with something new all the time to offer you all, so we could pull ourselves away from this synthetic world that we live in.
Well, I don't have nothing else that I really want to say, so we just gonna quickly wrap this up. And MD, do you have any thoughts?
No additional thoughts. Thank you all for coming out and sharing with us.
Thank you.
Appreciate you.
Victor, you good over there? All right, well, I am just thankful that my crew from my Enso family delighted us tonight and honored us with their presence. Lots of nuggets tonight.
Yeah.
Lots of nuggets. So thank you, Tam.
Thank you.
Thank you, Dee. Thank you, fam, for joining us tonight.
Thank you so much, fam.
Thank y'all.
And so Tamara will be back next week.
Yes.
To join us on our final leg of this journey for this month and talking about brain health. So we will see you guys same yoga time.
Same yoga
Same
channel.
yoga channel. But thank you guys, and we'll see you next week.
Thank
See y'all later.
you.